Welcome back, listeners, to episode 2 of the series From Chaos to Calm. I'm your host, Ahmed Umar, and I am a master NLP, timeline therapy, and a hypnosis coach. I coach working professionals facing the turmoil of burnout by uncovering their values and prioritizing their decisions accordingly for a better work life blend. And just a recap of the previous episode, where we looked into what burnout actually is. Its recognition by WHO as a workplace stress which is not managed. We looked into how much revenue loss burnout brings to organization and what are the effects of burnout. In today's episode, we are going to dive deep into the topic of burnout and explore the crucial importance of recognizing and understanding its signs and symptoms. I have divided this episode into four segments. Why four segments? Because I had to. We look into some stats with regards to burnout, then move on to common signs and symptoms of burnout. And in the tail end of the episode, we will look into the power of recognition of these signs and we'll touch upon the navigation of the path to recovery from burnout. Importance of recognizing and understanding the signs and symptoms of burnout. It is essential to be able to recognize the warning signs early of burnout so that we can take proactive steps to address and prevent it from taking a toll on our lives. Recognizing the signs of burnout allows us to acknowledge that something is not right and that we need to make changes. It's like the warning light on a car dashboard indicating that something requires attention. By paying attention to these signs, we can intervene before burnout escalates and becomes overwhelming. It is crucial to understand these signs because it helps us distinguish between regular stress and burnout. While stress is a natural response to certain situations, burnout goes beyond that. It is a state of chronic physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that can have severe consequences if left unaddressed. Just like your car, if you don't follow the warning light on a car dashboard, what happens to your car? So, by recognizing the signs and symptoms of burnout, we gain the power to take action and prioritize our well being and take the situation under control by empowering us to seek support. Dear listeners, I want to pause over here and give you a question to ponder about. How many of you have felt these warning signs or looked into these warning signs? Because by understanding these signs, we can proactively manage our workload, set healthy boundaries, and seek the necessary support and resources to ensure our long term success. We'll talk about setting boundaries and seeking support in our upcoming episodes later on. Moving on to the second segment of this episode, I'll share with you some stats by a survey done by Deloitte. It shows that over 70% of employees experience burnout at some point in their careers, leading to decreased productivity, increased absenteeism, and a higher likelihood of job dissatisfaction and turnover. What makes burnout particularly concerning is its prevalence in today's society. With the rise of demanding work cultures, long working hours, working from home, and the constant pressure to achieve more, burnout has become a significant challenge that many working professionals face. According to the survey done by Deloitte, 91% say having an unmanageable amount of stress or frustration negatively impacts the quality of their work. 83% say burnout from work can negatively impact their personal relationships. It's a famous saying, and many people say that you will enjoy work if it becomes your passion. Let me share with you that 87% of professionals said they have passion for their current job, but 64% from those said they are frequently stressed, thus dispelling the myth that passionate employees are immune to stress and burnout. Unfortunately, burnout often goes unnoticed or ignored until it reaches a critical stage. Many individuals dismiss their exhaustion and feelings of being overwhelmed as normal parts of their job. However, there are hidden signs and symptoms of burnout that we may and we must pay attention to. So, listeners, we have looked into the importance of recognizing the signs of burnout. We looked at some stats as well. But what are these signs, or should I say, common red flags to watch out for? Which dwells us into the third segment of this podcast: common red flags to watch for. Physical indicators often serve as warning signs of burnout. Chronic fatigue, despite getting adequate rest, can be a clear signal that something is amiss. Insomnia, which is difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, can further exacerbate the fatigue. Frequent headaches or migraines can also be physical manifestations of burnout, indicating that our bodies are under significant stress. Emotional signs of burnout are equally important to recognize. Cynicism and a general sense of negativity can start to dominate our thoughts and outlook. We may find ourselves becoming easily frustrated, even in situations that previously did not bother us. A sense of detachment, which is the feeling of being emotionally distant from our work or the people around us, is another emotional red flag to watch for. In addition to physical and emotional indicators, behavioral patterns can also point to burnout. Decreased productivity despite working longer hours can be a sign that burnout is impacting our ability to focus and perform at our best. Increased absenteeism, taking more sick days, or mental health days can be a subconscious way of trying to cope with overwhelming stress. Strained relationships, both personal and professional, can also result from burnout as our energy and patience become depleted. Recognizing these common red flags is crucial in addressing burnout and taking proactive steps towards recovery. By paying attention to our physical well being, acknowledging and addressing our emotional state and evaluating our behaviors and relationships, we can start to regain balance in our lives. Because recognizing and acknowledging burnout is a crucial first step in the recovery process. Many individuals tend to dismiss or ignore the early warning signs, attributing them to temporary stress or overwork. One effective strategy for self assessment is journaling, taking the time to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, and experiences can provide valuable insights into our current state of well being. By journaling regularly, we can identify patterns, triggers, and early warning signs of burnout. It allows us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our needs. Um, Mindfulness is another powerful tool for self awareness. By cultivating mindfulness, we can bring our attention to the present moment and observe our thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations without judgment. Mindfulness helps us to develop a non reactive and compassionate attitude towards ourselves, allowing us to recognize signs of burnout with greater clarity. Other self awareness tools such as meditation, breathing exercises, body scans, prayers, they can also support our journey of recognizing and understanding burnout. These practices help us tune into our body's signals, release tension, and foster a sense of inner calm and balance. Remember, listeners, self awareness is an ongoing process. It requires regular check ins and honest reflections. By actively practicing self assessment and self reflection, we empower ourselves to take proactive steps towards preventing and managing burnout. Coming to the fourth and final segment of this episode, I'll touch upon a few factors of navigating the path to recovery from burnout. So when you recognize the signs of burnout, it's important to prioritize your well-being and seek the support you need. One of the first steps is to explore the resources and support systems available to you. This may include reaching out to a mental health professional who can provide guidance and support tailored to your specific needs, or a life coach. Many organizations also offer employee assistance programs that provide access to counseling services and resources to help you navigate burnout. Listeners, another important factor in navigating to path of recovery is initiating conversations about burnout. This I know is pretty challenging and pretty difficult, but initiating these conversations with supervisors, colleagues, or loved ones can feel daunting, but It's an essential step towards creating a healthier work life blend. Start by finding the right time and place for these conversations, ensuring privacy and a comfortable environment. Be open and honest about your experiences, sharing the impact burnout has had on your well being and performance. By initiating these conversations, you not only advocate for your own well being, but also contribute to raising awareness and fostering a supportive culture. At the end, concluding the episode, I would like you all to sit back, close your eyes, and ponder what are the signs that you are facing. Recognize the importance of recognizing these signs, the power of self awareness, and navigation to recovery path. This is Ahmed Umar signing off. You take care and see you in the next episode.